Hi, welcome back to Waxing On. It's Wednesday, that means classic rock. And today we've got some icons of early 60s rock and roll. It's the group The Righteous Brothers. We got Bobby Hatfield and Bill Medley. And their voices are so distinctive, as soon as you hear it, you know who you're listening to. They had a lot of great hits. Some of them are just standards. And they stand up as well today as they did back when they recorded them back in the early 60s. Now, most times people recognize the Righteous Brothers with the ballads. And you'll hear as soon as I read off some of the songs we've got here what I'm talking about. And, you know, these were the kind of those last songs you had at the end of a dance and, you know, those slow waltzes. Yeah, those were ones that they really had a big hit with and most people will know them from. But they did do some other things that were a little more rocky and a little more lively. And this album, Best of the Righteous Brothers, kind of covers that all. Now, I picked it up at a thrift store. It really cost me next to nothing. But being that it is, actually, this is actually on Curb Records, which is a regular record label, but it's almost packaged like a discount album because inside there's very little information. We've got a list of the tunes, blank page, and a little synopsis about the Righteous Brothers on the back. Now, usually you would see this in the cheaper CD versions. Ones that are more mainstream would have a bigger booklet with them. But this will work. I mean, there's so much we can find out about them on the internet that we can fill in the gaps. Now, Greatest Hits album, so it covers a broad range of music. And I was looking on Wikipedia today, and it said they started back around 1962, and they're still going. There's been some gaps in between, but a version of the Righteous Brothers are still active. So let's take a look at what songs are on here. Don't have any information about who's playing, but we've got Unchained Melody, a classic tune. I mean, it's a very haunting melody, and everybody knows it. The movie, Unchained, quickly forgotten. The music, no, it's still here with us. It's still a great tune. You've Lost That Love and Feeling. Cynthia Wilde, Barry Mann, and Phil Spector. Now, Phil Spector did some producing for them, too. So Spector's name has shown up an awful lot during our rock and roll episodes. So he's really been a major force in shaping the sound of rock in this era. You're My Soul and Inspiration, Ebb Tide, Just Once in My Life, a Carole King, Jerry Goff and Phil Spector again. Little Latin Loopy Loo, and again, Bill Medley wrote this one, and we're back into things that are a little lighter, a little more pop or rock oriented. My Baby by Medley and Hatfield, so they combined on this one here. Trying to Find Another Woman, another Medley Hatfield composition. American Rock and Roll by Bill Medley, and Georgia on My Mind, the classic Hoagy Carmichael tune. So you can see the ballad ones are drawn from other different writers. We've got Cynthia Wilde, Barry Mann, Carole King. Once we get into the rockier tunes, a lot more of what Hatfield and Medley were doing. Now this one, again, Best of Righteous Brothers, there's a lot of stuff out there. If you go on the streaming networks, sure, lots of albums. You can pick your way through. I like this because it was some of the hits I recognized right off the start. But I mean, lots of stuff to explore. A very distinctive sound, a sound that takes you back to that simpler time of the early 60s when these kind of shows, I mean, shows like Shindig on TV, right? I don't know how many of you remember that. And these guys performed on those kind of TV shows as well. A lot of music featured back in those days. Great bargain. Discount bins, eh? Yard sales, they're coming up. Good chance to augment your collection with some classics if you like the hard copies. If not, certainly check out the streaming networks. So that's it for today. Some classic rock by an iconic band, The Righteous Brothers. Check it out. We'll see you on Friday. We'll be back with, what do we got this Friday? Oh, a soundtrack album that you won't want to miss. Till then, everybody take care. Stay safe. See you on Friday.